Could the Galaxy Z Fold 7 be taking a step backward in terms of functionality just to look sleeker? There's been a rumor floating around that suggests Samsung might make a bold move in the next iteration of its foldable phone by sacrificing a key feature to achieve a thinner design. Specifically, the S Pen could be downgraded, and while that may sound like a deal breaker for some, it could be a necessary trade-off if Samsung really wants to create the slimmest fold model ever. So why would Samsung make such a decision? According to the rumor, the company is refocusing on slimness, which has been a growing trend in the mobile industry. Samsung may be looking to one-up its previous models by making the Galaxy Z Fold 7 even thinner than the Galaxy Z Fold 6, which is already pretty slim at 5.6 millimeters when unfolded. But will this quest for slimness really justify losing S Pen features? It's still unclear exactly what kind of downgrade the S Pen will face, but we know that the Galaxy Z Fold series already doesn't have a dedicated spot to store the S Pen. So it's hard to imagine how much slimmer Samsung could make the device without reducing the functionality of the S Pen. The Galaxy Z Fold 6 already lacks built-in S Pen storage, which means users need to carry it separately. But would that become an even bigger inconvenience if the S Pen's functionality were limited even more? To understand what could happen with the Fold 7, we need to look at Samsung's previous design decisions. For example, the Galaxy Z Fold Special Edition, which was released in China and South Korea under a different name, measures just 4.9 millimeters thick when unfolded, but this model didn't support the S Pen at all. If Samsung takes the Fold 7 thinner than the Special Edition, that could mean removing the S Pen completely, or at the very least reducing its features. Samsung isn't the only brand focused on reducing the thickness of its devices. Competitors like Oppo are pushing the envelope with foldable phones that are as thin as possible. For instance, Oppo's Find N5, a phone that's similar to the Galaxy Z Fold, is rumored to measure around 4 millimeters when unfolded. Samsung may feel a pressure to compete in this race for slimness, which could explain why they're making design decisions that may not sit well with all users. But is this really the right move for Samsung? Let's take a step back and think about how much slimmer foldable phones can actually get before sacrificing too much functionality. Sure, a thinner design can look sleek and stylish, but if it means losing features like the S Pen, one of the key differentiators of the Galaxy Z Fold series, it might not be worth it for many customers. In fact, the S Pen is one of the biggest selling points for the Galaxy Z Fold, and removing or downgrading its features would lead to backlash from users who rely on it for note-taking, sketching, and other tasks. It's important to remember that this is still just a rumor, and there's no confirmation yet whether the S Pen will actually lose functionality in the Galaxy Z Fold 7. Samsung may find a way to keep the S Pen intact while achieving a thinner design, or they may decide that slimness is more important than the S Pen in this case. Are you wondering when your Galaxy S24 will finally get the stable One UI 7.0 update? Many users had high hopes that today would be the day, but it looks like that won't be happening just yet. Instead, Samsung is gearing up to release another beta update before rolling out the final version. According to well-known sources, Samsung is preparing to launch the fourth One UI 7.0 beta update for the Galaxy S24 series. But why another beta? The previous beta version had a noticeable issue with screen color calibration, causing displays to appear more yellow than they should. Samsung has now addressed this problem, and the fix will be included in the upcoming beta release. While it's good to see Samsung working on improvements, this also means that users will have to wait a little longer for the stable version. If we look at Samsung's usual update cycle, there is generally a gap of at least a week between the last beta and the stable release. So even if Samsung pushes out the fourth beta update this week, it is unlikely that the final version will arrive immediately. For those eagerly waiting for One UI 7.0, this delay may be frustrating. However, it's important to remember that these beta updates are meant to fix major issues before the official rollout. If Samsung had released the stable update with the screen calibration problem, users would have likely faced a poor display experience. By testing the software further, Samsung ensures that the final version is as polished as possible. So what can we expect when the stable version does arrive? One UI 7.0 is expected to bring multiple performance improvements, better battery optimization, and refinements to animations and user interface elements. The update is also likely to enhance overall system stability, making daily usage smoother for Galaxy S24 owners. However, before we get there, Samsung wants to make sure everything is working perfectly. If you're currently using a beta version of One UI 7.0 on your Galaxy S24, you should soon receive a notification for the fourth beta update. This version will contain the necessary fixes, including the corrected screen color calibration. If you're not part of the beta program, you'll have to wait a little longer for the stable version. but at least you can rest assured that Samsung is actively working on making the software as refined as possible. In the meantime, if you are experiencing any issues with your current software, it's always a good idea to keep your device updated with the latest available patches. Samsung has been consistently improving its software update strategy, and while delays can be disappointing, they often result in a more stable and polished experience in the long run. What are your thoughts on this delay? Are you okay with waiting for a more refined update, or are you hoping to get One UI 7.0 sooner? Let us know in the comments. If you found this update helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more news and updates on upcoming Samsung software releases. Did Google just remove one of the most recognizable design elements from its mid-range Pixel lineup? A new leak suggests that the upcoming Pixel 9a might ditch a key design feature, and this information comes straight from Google's official cases. Over the past few months, we've seen multiple leaks about the Pixel 9a covering everything from its specifications and wallpapers to its internal components. Now, a fresh leak focusing on the official Google cases has surfaced, giving us an even clearer picture of what to expect from the phone's design. What's surprising is that these cases seem to confirm a significant change, the removal of the raised camera area. If we compare it to the standard Pixel 9, we can see a clear difference. The Pixel 9 features a raised frame around the camera module, making it stand out as part of Google's signature Pixel design language. However, the Pixel 9a appears to be ditching this element entirely, resulting in a much flatter camera setup. This design shift is reflected in the official cases, which do not have a raised border around the camera cutout. If these leaks are accurate, it could mean that Google is moving away from the camera bar design for its mid-range models, possibly setting the stage for future design changes in the flagship lineup as well. Aside from this major design shift, the cases themselves are quite similar to previous official Google cases. They are made with soft silicone on the outside, which ensures a comfortable grip, while also providing some level of protection against minor bumps and scratches. On the inside, the cases feature a microfiber lining, a soft material designed to prevent scratches and keep the phone's surface looking clean. As expected, Google has kept its branding subtle, with the word Pixel discreetly placed inside the case and the recognizable Google G logo on the back. In terms of color options, the cases are expected to match the Pixel 9a's color lineup. Current leaks suggest 4 main color variants: peony, obsidian, iris, and porcelain. While Google has not officially confirmed these names, they seem to represent different shades of pink, black, purple, and white. These options follow Google's usual approach of offering simple yet stylish color choices that appeal to a wide range of users. Looking at Google's pricing history, the official cases for the Pixel 8 that were sold for approximately $30 United States on Google's website. Since Google tends to keep accessory prices consistent across generations, it's reasonable to expect that the Pixel 9a cases will be priced similarly. Of course, this is still speculation until Google officially announces the details. As for the phone itself, the latest rumors suggest that the Pixel 9a could be officially unveiled in March, with pre-orders potentially starting around March 19th. If this timeline is accurate, we're only a few weeks away from getting full confirmation on these leaks. One thing that remains to be seen is how Pixel fans will react to the removal of the raised camera frame. For many users, the distinct camera bar has been an iconic design choice, setting the Pixel lineup apart from other smartphones. If Google is phasing out this feature on its mid-range models, could it also mean bigger design changes are coming for the flagship Pixel devices in the near future? That's something we'll have to wait and see. What are your thoughts on this potential design shift? Do you prefer the flatter camera look, or do you think Google should keep the raised camera bar on all Pixel models? Let us know in the comments. If you found this update helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more tech news and updates.